Hi there, my name's David. I'm going to give you a kind of tutorial, kind of can you do this way, some thoughts on playing a live set. So just in the interest of full disclosure, I haven't played any live sets. I haven't really played around with this much, but um, it's something I'm wanting to get into. Now, what I'm wondering is, I've seen like the Tom cosm method. If you've seen the Megaset tutorial video, it's a very good video, watch it. I'll put a link in the description. What Tom cosm does and Mr. Bill is they produce their tracks in session view like this, and then they render it down to audio. So they'll have like maybe 5 tracks of audio stems, so like kick, bass, synth, percussion, and then one more kind of thing. And they'll cut that all up into loops, and then they play these loops in here and add effects to them and sort of juggle the loops around and that kind of thing. Um, Now, what I'm wondering is, well, can you play with MIDI loops? You know, can you play with MIDI in here? And I'll show you the reason why I want to do that. So let's just load in and say an analog. Um, yeah, this will do. We'll just detune it. Alright, insert the MIDI clip. We're playing down here, are we? Good. Right, that kind of thing, whatever. And then, yeah, so maybe what we're wanting to do, we'll group that, bring out the macro knob, and we'll just assign the attack, oops, attack and decay here, and let's maybe assign this attack and decay as well, and turn that filter on. Oh, got to turn these back up. And maybe you want to play with these live, like, right? Maybe you want to do that, and the only way to do that, I think, is to really be playing with the MIDI, you know? Maybe you want to be playing with the LFO live, you know? Um, so, you know, how would you do this in live? I mean, you could just load up a bunch of MIDI clips like that and then play with them, but, like, what if you're then changing the instrument? So, you know, like, so let's create a let's just like chuck in a preset, some kind of lead. Which one sounds good? Disto noise. We'll just turn that up at you. Right. Okay, so it's a totally different noise. How do we switch between them? Oh. Yeah, without turn this one off. Now switch this off, turn this one off, turn that one on. Right, so the way I've been thinking you would do it is with this, either with the chain or the key. So I'll go over how we do these. So these here are like channels. So whichever one we've got turned on, see we've turned these on. Um, uh, Whichever ones were related with these things here are the ones that are going to play, right? So if we move this one to here, turn these both on, that one's only going to play, we turn this one on. Sweet. So we can switch between them easily like that. And what we can do there is map that to macro 8, so now we can use this chain selector to do that. Alright, now what I'll just do is turn the chain selector down here, just so there's only 2 of them. Now, so what if we want to, rather than having to manually switch this, we can assign, we can make it so we just hit a MIDI clip. So yeah, we'll chuck this one in here. So when I play this one, the first sound plays. When I play this one, the second sound plays. So the way we do that, we go in here and we edit the MIDI clip. First, what we have to do is turn this up to 100. Then we go in here and we edit the chain selector. So this one's going to be on full. Let's just make sure it actually, got to put these little points in. And then this one here is going to be on 0. And of course, if you were doing it with like 5 instruments, then you would have to do them. So now, alright, great. So that's one way to do it. A different way to do it is, let's bring these back. We can delete that, no need for it anymore. We do it with the key, right? So this one's similar, but what happens is these are the notes played in the on the piano roll that are going to trigger the synth. So usually all of them trigger it. So here we're just going to restrict it to 1 octave, right? And this one here we're going to restrict it to 1 other octave. Now let's just check what we were playing in C2, right? Okay, so this one here is going to play normally. So yeah. Now instead of, okay, so C2 is going to play normally. So C2 is going to play the second one. So we'll just hit play. Oh, okay. You can see I've sort of let's move these a bit, right? Alright. And so if I want, right, so both of these are going to play the same. Now, so for this one here, we want it to play the first synth. So we'll go in here and we'll move these all down an octave, right? Oh, this one. But of course, because I've moved it down an octave, it's playing the octave below. So what we'll do is, I could just turn the transpose up, but let's maybe just chuck in a pitch here. Turn it up 12 semitones. Right. What did I chuck there in the wrong one? Yeah. E. Alright, so that's one way to do it. And what's quite a cool thing about doing it with this way is that you can then really easily switch between the these synths in the piano roll. So this one here is going to play one of them in the second synth. Whoa. Alright, so that was pretty much just a couple of thoughts on how to do things that way. Yeah, perhaps I'll come up with another video of continuing on this idea.